It all started on October 15, 2014, when Benghazi had to bear the social crime on a large scale, a crime that is abhorred by religions and laws alike. The cradle of revolution has suffered obnoxious bloodshed since then, taking the lives of old people, children, and women. Here's how it all happened. Burdened by his military defeats against Benghazi revolutionaries, Haftar continued to make failed attempts to enter Benghazi for 5 months in a row and lost all those loyal to him inside the city. He then acknowledged his defeats, and as a loser in the battle, he fell back upon random shelling. Then, Dignity Operation secretly sneaked in. Psycho Brigades 21 and 204 inside Benghazi were the key Haftar needed. The former clashed with the revolutionaries and then made a truce that obliged it and them to a ceasefire, knowing that it was watching from afar the fighting in which Haftar lost his hopes to militarily advance on Benghazi. While the commander of Tanks Brigade Al-Mahdi al-Barghti was in constant contact with Benghazi revolutionaries, voicing rejection to the attacking militias of Haftar, taking also part in a press conference with the revolutionaries, making his stance very clear. However, al-Barghti himself was the mastermind for October crime, and he did not feel man enough to admit it even after he quit Dignity Operation. Muhammad al-Hijazi, who is afraid nowadays to move outside the area of his home tribe, disavowed, just like Sulaiman Mahmoud, the operation, as he was subjected to the same bitterness that Faraj al-Barasi tasted before. The latter suffered the ransacking of his house in 2017, as those in Benghazi suffered the destruction of their own houses, to which he was no rejecter. Most Haftar loyalists who backed him in his crime that plunged Libya into a political crisis, economic collapse, and social dysfunction were treated as bad as they were treating their own opponents, including Faraj Gaim and Ibrahim Judran, who were doomed to non-existence as others who destroyed Benghazi. The evil deeds led by Haftar extended, reaching Ijdabiya, southern region, and then Darna. Did Dignity Operation have enough? The consequences of the wrongly paced operation are still being suffered today, and the war criminal Mahmoud al-Warfali is just one living example of the military rule. Executions are done in broad daylight. Digging out bodies from tombs and playing with them has become a thing now, while throwing bodies in the gutter has become a fashion for Haftar's militias. Not to mention the forced disappearances and notorious prisons that open doors to all those who criticize Haftar, with a religious cover by Madkhalist Salafists, the sponsors of military fatwas with the support of France, the UAE, and Egypt, which is a modern-day occupation.